Well, it is the future of fighter jets. The Trump administration announcing the next generation of air dominance, the F-47.
The U.S. Air Force will soon have the most advanced fighter jets in the world. President Trump has awarded a contract to Boeing to begin production of the F-47.
On March 21, 2025, President Donald J. Trump stepped up to the podium and, not with words alone, but with a $20 billion contract that could change the balance of air power.
I'm thrilled to announce that, at my direction, the United States Air Force is moving forward with the world's first sixth-generation fighter jet.
The Next Generation Air Dominance Program, or NGAD, is no longer just an idea. It's a full-speed operation. And its centerpiece? A lethal sixth-generation fighter jet built by Boeing and christened the F-47. That name might sound familiar. It should.
To talk about DOGE, to talk about efficiencies, to talk about innovations. It was a great informal conversation. The rest of that reporting was fake.
The original P-47 Thunderbolt was one of the most powerful fighters of World War II, a beast of an aircraft that crushed enemy positions in Europe and the Pacific. It was known for its sheer durability, its blistering firepower, and its role in securing Allied air dominance. Fast forward to 2025, and the new F-47 is carrying that legacy into a battlefield unlike anything seen before.
The F-47 will be the most advanced, most capable, most lethal aircraft ever built.
So what exactly is the F-47? What can it do? And why did President Trump choose now to launch America's most advanced fighter program since the F-22? Let's break it all down.
The F-47 will replace the Air Force's F-22 Raptor and is designed to fight alongside drones.
In a nationally televised address, President Trump confirmed that the Air Force would move forward with the NGAD platform, and that Boeing had officially secured the engineering and manufacturing development contract worth over $20 billion. This wasn't just another defense deal, this was a statement. The F-47 will be the crown jewel of the U.S. Air Force's future air dominance strategy, designed not just to fly alongside the F-22 and F-35, but to replace them as the world's most fearsome fighter.
An experimental version of the plane has secretly been flying for almost 5 years, and we're confident that it massively overpowers the capabilities of any other nation.
According to Air Force officials, the first F-47 is set to take flight before the end of Trump's term in 2029, a timeline that's aggressive, symbolic, and backed by over $2.7 billion in the fiscal year 2025 defense budget alone. But make no mistake, this isn't just a next-gen fighter. This is an entirely new family of systems. The F-47 will fly alongside drone wingmen known as CCAs, Collaborative Combat Aircraft, built to scout, jam, distract, and strike. The fighter itself will be crewed, but it'll act as the brain at the center of a swarm of autonomous AI-driven support assets. Think of it like a quarterback commanding a team of flying assassins.
The F-47 is a central node of a larger family of systems designed to work in harmony with collaborative combat aircraft, cutting-edge sensors, and, of course, advanced weaponry.
Let's talk capabilities. While most of the technical specs remain classified, here's what we know and what we can infer. The F-47 will feature full-spectrum stealth, designed not only to evade radar, but to operate in dense electronic warfare environments. It will have enhanced range and endurance, possibly via adaptive cycle engines that manage fuel and power more efficiently than anything before. It will include AI-assisted targeting systems, enabling pilots to make split-second decisions with real-time battlefield data fused from satellites, drones, and AWACS. It will use modular weapon bays ready to deploy hypersonic missiles, smart munitions, or precision-guided bombs depending on the mission, and perhaps most critically, it will use open architecture software, allowing rapid upgrades and compatibility with future technologies. In plain English, the F-47 is being built for wars we haven't even imagined yet, in skies where today's fifth-generation jets would be blind, slow, or dead. The Air Force's Chief of Staff, General David Alvin, put it bluntly: the threats are evolving faster than our legacy platforms can adapt. The F-47 is how we stay ahead.
So we had a big day. We gave out the world's greatest fighter jet, by far, they say. I think in terms of every criteria known to man.
But why Boeing? It's a question that raised some eyebrows. After all, Lockheed Martin makes the F-22 and F-35, two of the most advanced jets on the planet. But in a surprising turn, the Pentagon chose Boeing to lead the F-47 program. The decision signals a strategic shift. For years, Boeing's fighter jet division in St. Louis had been shrinking, its F-15 and F-A-18 programs nearing the end of their lifespans. Now, that line is roaring back to life. Thousands of new engineering jobs, billions in investment, and a brand new assembly line for America's most important fighter jet in decades. According to insiders, Boeing's digital engineering tools, including advanced virtual prototyping and rapid testing, gave them the edge. They promised faster delivery, lower cost, and greater flexibility. And the Pentagon was listening. So how many F-47s are coming? Initial reports suggest the Air Force wants at least 185 of these jets, likely more, especially if the F-22 fleet is retired ahead of schedule. But here's the real kicker. These jets aren't being built to fly solo. They'll command CCAs, uncrewed combat drones that could cost only a fraction of a manned fighter and be sent deep into danger zones without risking a pilot's life. By pairing a human pilot in the F-47 with 2 to 4 AI-controlled wingmen, the U.S. could multiply its strike capability while minimizing risk.
F-47 will not just be a fighter. It will be able to do much more than just shoot missiles and drop bombs, but can actually conduct multiple missions.
It's a tactical revolution, part human, part machine, all lethal. Let's not ignore the elephant in the room. This program isn't just about innovation, it's about deterrence. With tensions rising in the Indo-Pacific, from the Taiwan Strait to the South China Sea, the U.S. military knows it needs more than just presence. It needs dominance. China's J-20 stealth fighter is already operational. Their radar systems are growing more sophisticated. Their missile ranges are extending farther across the Pacific every year. The F-47 isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. A platform designed to penetrate those defenses, strike hard, and get out clean. A system built for tomorrow's wars, where speed, stealth, and coordination will define victory. But with great power comes great risk. The NGAD program is one of the most expensive defense initiatives in U.S. history, with some estimates putting total costs north of $100 billion when all systems are included. And not everyone is convinced. Critics argue that no matter how advanced the F-47 becomes, it will still face the same challenges: rising costs, long development timelines, and an enemy that's always adapting. Others question whether manned fighters are even the right call, suggesting that drones and space-based systems should take priority. But for now, the momentum is unstoppable. Congress has backed the funding, Boeing has begun development, and the U.S. Air Force is preparing for a future where air superiority is no longer guaranteed. It must be earned every single day. The clock is ticking. By 2029, the first F-47 will leave the runway, silent, deadly, ready to write the next chapter in American air power. The legacy of the Thunderbolt lives on, not as a museum piece, but as the vanguard of a new era. And in the skies above Taiwan, the Middle East, or anywhere American interests are threatened, the enemies of freedom may soon hear the same sound that once terrorized the Axis. A thunderous roar, the strike of steel, and the shadow of a fighter they never saw coming. This is the F-47, and this is air dominance redefined.